Today we're going to open up a Goodwill Jewelry Blue Box to see if we can pull any profit out of it. Hi, my name is Margaret. I am a full-time reseller, and in today's video we are opening a Goodwill Jewelry Blue Box. These are 5-pound mystery boxes of jewelry that you get on the website goodwillbluebox.com. They go live, I think it's every Friday, and I believe now that they're about $45 a piece. They do sell out, so if you're interested in getting one, then make sure you get over on their site, maybe set a reminder. I have a video I created on some of the best tips to get a Goodwill Blue Box, and I'll link it up here. But the main thing to know about Goodwill Jewelry Blue Boxes is that they are a gamble. You do not know what you're going to get. You might get a box of jewelry that makes you a lot of money, and you might get a box of jewelry that you barely scrape by and get your money back on. So make sure to take that into account if you decide to order a Goodwill Blue Box. Now they are good fun. I love unboxing them. I have almost always made my money back and then some. My best box, I made over $2,500 off the things I found in it. But I have had boxes that have been complete garbage. I want to know if this is your first time watching one of my jewelry unboxings. If so, let me know in the comments. And if you've been watching my jewelry unboxings for years, then go down there and say hey as well, because I want to represent my jewelry peeps today. If you're limited on space, reselling jewelry is a really great option. It's small, it's usually pretty easy to come by. You can get it at garage sales, estate sales, thrift stores, Goodwill Blue Boxes, and other places like that online. And it's easy to store, it's easy to ship, and it's really easy to list. If you're new here, I'd like to welcome you. My name is Margaret with my partner Juan. We have a combined 10 years of reselling experience. We make videos just like this one to help resellers like yourself become more successful. So if you're just getting started reselling, or you're trying to just ramp up your income, learn something new, then go over there and hit the subscribe button so you don't miss any content that helps you reach that goal. I am going to point the camera down so that you can see inside the box and see all the pieces that I take out. I'm going to talk you through the different pieces that I pull out, and we'll decide whether or not this has been a good box that we can make some good money on, or if it was a dud. You can see the top of my box, a little dusty, but it's been stored in my workroom here for a little while. I have quite a few of them that I bought that I just haven't opened yet, so this is going to be a true mystery for both of us. I like to get first impressions going in. Oh, they've bagged it up. Okay, let's pull out the bag. First things first, I see something really cool. I like to do first impressions just for fun. Seeing things in the bag that have drawn my attention right away. And this pendant looks pretty cool, so it's looking pretty good. This little brooch here looks kind of cool. It looks like it's like Art Deco-y with that onyx, kind of like a morning piece. That's pretty awesome. That looks like something we need to look closely at, because if that is ivory, there are restrictions on that, and I cannot sell it, but we'll find out in a minute if it's bone or ivory. Ooh, this one looks like a good box. There's some really cool stuff in here. All right, let's get into it. So the first item that I'm pulling out of the box is this necklace. This looks like it is, I can't think of the name of it. It's like African amber. I'll pop the name of it up here. This is really cool, a nice necklace. It's got these tribal style beads. I'm sure there's a better name for that. I can't always remember the names of things, you guys, so that's when Google comes in handy. So this item, I'm definitely gonna have to look up to see, there is a specific name for what these beads are called. And like I said, I just can't remember what it is at the moment, but this is something that I can definitely sell. Next, I have a big tangle that I'm going to speed up and work through so we can look at each piece. Some of these pieces that are just fabric or they don't look so great, I am gonna just put to the side to maybe put in a craft lot. And y'all, my old school jewelry peeps are gonna massacre me if I don't do the Sassy Tassel song. I got a tassel here. We gotta do the song. Sassy tassel, sassy, sassy tassel. This is my sassy, sassy tassel song. Woo! This one is not exactly a sassy tassel. It's more like a leather tassel. Hardcore. And we have bonus hair. Ugh. This bangle bracelet is something that I can also sell. It's got a really cool tribal look. It's not exactly zebra striped, but similar. And it looks like it's probably made of bone. Yeah, it's inlaid bone on that, and it's in fairly good shape. There's some wear on the inside, but that might be able to be cleaned up. So this is something I can probably sell for about $15. A few little bracelets in here. This is a nice turquoise chip, and let's see, it's not turquoise all of it, but nice little chip stone bracelet. This is one that I'll probably put in a lot because I kind of collect these, and I don't always, unless they're really nice, they don't really do well by themselves. So sometimes I'll lot these up and just make a bundle with these in it. And the other two bracelets I have here, this one's a really nice one. It's got multi-strands, and then it's got, you know, the Virgin Mary across, a little, maybe a teardrop or a drop there, and then a king crown. So it's a nice, it has a little, you know, it's a little tangled little stone there, but this is something I can really see someone enjoying. So this one, again, I probably gonna list that one on its own. And then this little bracelet says mom on it. I'm gonna get my magnet here and see. So it's not magnetic. So what I'm checking for here is when things are magnetic, it automatically lets me know that they're not going to be silver or gold. And I know that there are some silver pieces that have other metals in them that do make them magnetized, but it's few and far between. So just as a precursory, you know, I'm checking it out. My gut tells me it is not silver or gold, but I like to check anyway. I don't see any kind of marks on this, so I'm just going to set it to the side for right now. I remember these rings from my youth. So this is just a little double heart ring. I don't know, it means I might list it. Somebody might like it just for nostalgia. It's super cute. Let me find my mandrel. Mandrel, who's got the mandrel? If you've got the mandrel, then you are it. It is adjustable, but it's about a size 6.5. But it's a pretty cute ring. Again, nostalgia. I haven't seen these in forever. The next piece that caught my eye that was in that bundle of Tangle is this really nice, what would you call that? More Art Deco or Art Nouveau? Part of it looks kind of Art Deco-y, or maybe it's a little more Edwardian. Some of the styles of different eras just jump right out at me, and some of them kind of skirt the boundaries, for me anyway. All right, so it's got these little hematite stones. I do not see any kind of marks on it. It's really sweet though. It's not magnetic. So this is a really sweet piece, likely a reproduction of the era. But it's still something that I can sell. And this was the one that caught my eye when we first saw the bag, as soon as we opened it up. This has that Viking look to it, and there is a name for this as well, as you can see on the back. It's kind of like this enamel over metal, and it's kind of Scandinavian style. And again, there is a name for it. I can't think of it off the top of my head. But it looks like two dragons or snakes or sea snakes or something like that. It's a really cool piece, kind of Norse reminiscent. So yeah. This is something that I will look up and I can check it out. So the next thing that was in that tangle was this really pretty cross. It's gold, it's got some stones in it. Let me flip it over, see if we see any marks. I'm going to have to use my loupe because I can't see that tiny. So the little stones appear to be black. And then down here there's a mark that says JC, which I don't know if it's a maker or if that's just a reference to Jesus. It's not magnetic, however, there's definitely a plating on it. I can see the wear and kind of scratches and scuffs on the gold in certain spots. So this is something that I'm thinking is probably just a little costume jewelry cross. Next is this nice little leather bracelet. Normally something like this, the leather looks really bad, but this one, the leather, it looks pretty nice. It's got a nice knot and then these little swirls here. This is something I think I can sell. Don't discount small things like this because sometimes people like this type of bracelet. They like something more minimal or they want to layer bracelets. So this is something I could probably sell for about $15. A little copper cuff bracelet. It's got a V on it. Again, something that can sell. You know, you have to have somebody with a V initial. But, you know, it's still something that can bring in a little profit. This one looks like a wave, which is kind of cool. It's another little cuff bracelet. Let me scoot it out. A little cuff bracelet. I do see a mark down here, so let's take a peek at what that is. And the mark there is Pura Vida, and that is, they make bracelets, a lot of times they're like fabric or twine. What would you call it? Like string? But this one is a metal one, Pura Vida. I'm trying to get where you can see it. And it's got a wave on it. So we'll have to look that up and see what this might sell for. Next in that tangle were these two earrings. They have a nice faceted purple stone in the center and really nice. They're a nice shape. They don't look like they've maybe ever been worn. And I'm looking for a mark on them. They are marked 925 down here. So let me get my magnet and see what we think. All right, they are not magnetic. So the thing about this is they could have this plating on them that makes them real shiny like this, and so that can kind of throw you off. You have two options when you come across jewelry like this. If you do have a gold and silver testing kit, then you can test it to make sure, because if you're selling them, you want to make sure that if you're putting that it's silver, that it actually is. So you can test them with your silver kit. I'm going to link a video here showing you how to use a silver and gold testing kit and all of that. So if you're not familiar with it, you know what to look for and what to do. The other option is if you do not have a silver testing kit, you can take it somewhere to get it tested, or you can just put that it is marked 925 and then say it's untested. So that way the person knows that you're not saying for sure it's silver because you didn't test it. The next piece here is really cool as well. It's got these really heavy beads. I don't know exactly what kind of beads these are. I want to say marble, but I'm not sure actually. So if you're familiar with these kind of cream colored beads, they're heavy, they're cold. There's some stones that I know like that, and then there's some that I always have to look them up. So there's this that is a really cool piece. What does it look like? Kind of like a bull. So I can do a search on this, kind of describe what it looks like. I could also do a reverse photo search on this item as well. And then if I'm still lost, I can go into my group, Texas Gals Jewelry Lovers, take a picture, say, look, I looked here, I looked there. What is this, you guys? I need your help. And then people will help you find out what it is. Yeah, so this is something I can definitely sell. Another stone piece that was in that tangle is this really pretty amethyst slice. I am trying to hold it up so you can see it through the light. Isn't that beautiful? So beautiful amethyst slice pendant. And it's on this necklace, which is marked. Looks like it's marked 925 right there. It's marked 925. However, it is magnetic. So this is one of those that I would either test it, or I would say marked 925 but magnetic. This could be one of those that is still silver but has the other parts of it is not silver. Something to understand with 925 silver is that it's 92.5% pure silver, and the other part that makes up the rest of the metal is another kind of metal that they've mixed in with that. Frequently they'll use metals that are not magnetic, but sometimes the other portion of that makes the 100% is going to be something magnetic. It doesn't happen very often that I have found, I have to say, but it can happen. So even though this is marked 925 and it is magnetic, it could possibly still be silver. My hunch is that it's not, but it's something that, again, I would pull out my testing kit to make sure before I listed it. Or even if I really, really wanted to, I could take this pendant and put it on a for sure silver chain. So this is something that I can definitely sell. Next, we have a broken bracelet and then one of these necklaces. I can list it. There's quite a few out there that are similar to this style. It's not missing, well, it is missing a stone, so I won't list this. This will go to a lot. The next piece I have here is a sterling silver anklet. Frequently when you'll see these little, it looks like a little label. I always think they look like old school razor blades, but a little label next to the clasp. That is usually indicative of something that has a maker's mark, or it'll tell you it's silver or gold, what have you. So that is where you're gonna wanna look. This one says 925 Italy and AGI. So definitely something I can sell. Here we have an Alex and Annie bracelet. This one, I don't know. I love the charm. I might actually just take the charm because I want it. But the Alex and Annie stuff can sell. However, it's plated, so sometimes you'll find it and the wear is rubbed off, and so I don't really think they have much value as far as that goes. But this one has this really sweet charm on it. It says, "You Are My Sunshine," and this is a song that is very special to my heart. So I used to sing this to my grandmother, and this was very emotional, you guys. But yeah, I used to sing this to my grandmother, and when she was really sick in her final days, it was something I sang to her a lot. So sorry to bring in the emotions, but that's something I'm probably just going to take off and just keep it for myself because I like to make myself cry. But it makes me think of my grandmother, who was beautiful and lovely and fantastic. I've done a little sorting. I wanted to pull out the stuff that I think will probably just go into a lot. Some of these bracelets, like this would have been something I could have sold. However, it's missing some stones. So things like this I'll put into a craft lot. I've got some like stringy bracelets and just some of these that, you know, missing, they're losing beads and broken. So things like this probably just put into a craft lot. I have this plastic rosary. I might go ahead and put it with, you know, my religious lot. So I've got some of these medallions and a little pin with Jesus. If some of these were nicer quality ones, I would probably sell them individually. I need to look at this one again because this one looks like it could be silver. When I was doing my quick sort, I didn't realize this one was silver. I should have, because I can see the tarnish on it, but here on the back it says sterling right there. So this is something that either I will sell individually or I'll put in my scrap lot. Most likely I'll sell it by itself because it's really nice. Then I have these barrettes that this one is damaged, so this one's gonna go into a craft lot, but this one actually is in really nice shape, so this is one that I can sell. So again, these are going just to a craft lot. The string is sprung on that one, the elastic. This one is missing a couple of the little pearls. Next, we'll take a look at some of the bracelets. I went ahead and sorted everything just to save a little time. So next we'll look at some of the bracelets. This is a nice, just silver tone bracelet. I didn't see any marks on it. It does have tarnish, so it makes me wonder if maybe it's plated, but no marks on it, but it's still a nice, simple bracelet. So this is something I think I can sell. The next bracelet is this panel bracelet. It does have a fold over clasp. I'll grab the right side of it. No maker's marks, but again, it's just a really nice gold tone bracelet that I think, you know, is a pretty nice standard piece that someone might like to wear. So this is something I can sell as well. This is a little silver bracelet. It's got some barrel type beads and this kind of tube bead. So again, this is another type I can sell. Someone might like it for the tarnish. Someone might want something just simple. You never know. Just never know what somebody is looking for. This might be just the thing. This is a nice little stretch bracelet. It's got these faceted stone beads. The stretch on it is really good. All of the stones are there on the cross, and it's got this little star that says House of Rocks, R-O-X, on the back. XO, XOL, and V, which I have to look up because I don't know anything about this. So really nice little piece. Definitely something I will sell. And you know what's coming. It's the bangle song. My old timers, I don't mean you're old, but you've been with me for a while. You know I like to sing my songs. So let's sing our bangle song. Little bangles on the hillside. Little bangles made of ticky-tacky. Little bangles on the hillside, and they all look just the same. Well, we'll stop there. All right, so this is a lot of bangles. These I will sell together. They obviously go together. Let's grab the magnet on these and see how they do. They are magnetic, but that is okay. My magnet grabs some earrings. These bangles I will sell as a lot. I've got these. They all seem to have that tarnished patina. Whether or not they are silver, which I don't think so because of the shine on them. Nope. But they all go together. So I have a decision to make. Either put these in a lot as a stacking bunch of bangles and sell them, or put them in a lot with just a bunch of other jewelry. And the last two bangles that I had are these two. They've got this brass metal bangle. They both have like a polymer clay slice in the center with little flowers. Isn't that sweet? So these are ones I will definitely sell. Aren't they cute? I love them. And then this bangle style bracelet has got these yellow seed beads, which I will also sell. Somebody might be looking for this. They want to stack it with other colors. They need a yellow one, and I'm their girl. The next bracelet is this one. It's a cuff style bracelet, but it's got a hinge. So it's a hinged cuff, and it's got these little pyramids of awesome with bling on them. And then it is marked right back here, Victoria's Secret. So this is something that I will look up. It's marked. Somebody might like this. Somebody may have had one and they're just like, oh, they lost it, or it's gotten all like worn. It doesn't look right anymore. This one's in really good shape. A few little scuffs right there, but nothing major. So this is something I will definitely sell. And then this bracelet is copper. I've sold stuff like this. It's got a nice design to it. Just a nice little copper bracelet, kind of like a link style bracelet. And yeah, fold over clasp. This is a sellable piece. Strangely, I had 3 of this earring and 1 that was a teensy bit smaller. The style of this stone is called a Rivoli. As you can see, it kind of pokes out. And yeah, so this is a Rivoli stone. I'm gonna put this with my solo earrings, and we'll talk about solos here in a sec. So what will I do with these? I will find two that are in the best condition and list those together. And then I'll put the third one in with my solo earrings. These will get listed. Next up I have these. These are like really Art Deco and or like 80s revival. So these are plastic, really cool. Now, if they don't have backs, not to worry. Frequently in the bottom of your Goodwill Bluebox, you'll find extra backings. I always keep them and throw them in a little box, so I always have backs on hand. So these are ones I will definitely sell. These I will sell as well. These are ones that I might actually, if you've watched me for a little bit, you know I do something called catch and release, where if I find a pair that I really like, I catch them. That means I keep them for a little while, I wear them, and then when I decide I'm not wearing these so much anymore, then I sell them. So these might end up being catch and release until I see how I like them, if I like them. I like them. So these are going to be catch and release, but when I sell them, they will, I'm sure, sell. Same thing with these. As you see, I have a style. I love these. They look like medallions and they're really pretty. These are another pair that I will probably catch and release. They're so pretty, aren't they? I don't see any maker's marks on the back. I don't think they're silver or anything like that, but they're really pretty. So this is another pair that I'm going to see if I like and might just keep them. But again, these are a pair that I will sell eventually. These are really cool earrings. They're kind of modern, artsy earrings. So like modern art, not exactly abstract, but very cool earrings that I can see someone wearing. These I will sell. The next pair of earrings that were in the box were these little freshwater pearl earrings. Again, I mean, not my style, but definitely something someone might be looking for. So these will go up for sale. And some of these, they may not be listed for more than $10, $15, but the return on investment is going to be really good. It's going to cost me nothing to store them. They're so small. And then shipping them, super easy. Taking photos, I mean, it's just a whole easy process that will slowly accumulate profit. A couple other pairs here. Just some simple gold hoops. If they are not too scuffed up, then I'll list them. I just noticed that this one has a maker's mark, so let me get in there and see what it is. These are Givenchy, so these are ones that I will sell. It kind of helps. It doesn't always, but it'll help for these that they're Givenchy. Then I've got two pairs of clip-on or screw back. I was going to show you the difference. So the clip-on earrings are they clip on like so. If you're new to earrings terminology, clip-on. These are screw back because they have a screw on. They have a screw in the back where you have to unscrew them and you can tighten them or loosen them, which is kind of cool. However, this is shedding. Oh, it's shedding big time. This is shedding these little corals. So these will go into a lot. I know that there are some people that have luck selling clip-ons. I just don't. But maybe I'm just impatient. So if you've got a nice pair of clip-ons, then perhaps, maybe I should just try. Nice little clip-on. Maybe, I don't know, do you put them in lots? Those of you who sell clip-ons, let me know. Something to keep in mind though, when you're selling clip-ons, make sure that these are tight, because these little hinges can loosen up and people get irritated when they get them and they're like, oh, it doesn't stay because this little hinge gets loose. Let's talk about solo earrings. You're gonna get solo earrings in your jewelry blue boxes or whatever lot you get for the most part. What do you do with solo earrings? I know some people will take similar styles like hoops like this, and they'll create a lot of solo earrings because some people have multiple holes in their ear and they want some options, or maybe they just have one hole in their ear and they want options. So they could take like all silver hoops of different shapes and sizes and lot them up. If you sell solo earrings, let me know how you do it. I don't really do that, but another thing I will do, because I get multiple blue boxes, sometimes I'll have an earring in this box and the mate will be in the next box I open. So I don't automatically like throw them into a lot. I put them in a container just all together, and then as I open up other blue boxes or lots, I check to see if the mate is in there. So that's what I'm going to do with many of these, but I wanted to show you first, like, say you don't want to do that. You want to see, well, do I have any gold or silver here? Because maybe I'll just put that in a scrap lot. I just go over and I hit them with my magnet. So this one I'm really hoping I find the mate for. It's got this piece of what looks like possibly opal in there. So that's something I need to look a little closer at. It could be a faux opal, but if it's real, it's really nice. So that's something I could even take off and sell as a pendant, but I want to take a closer look at it. It does look like a piece of opal though, doesn't it? This one as well, I like. It's got silver and then this abalone shell that's set in there. So really pretty piece. I hope I find the mate for it. But even if I don't, this would be really nice as a charm. Say somebody wants to put it on their charm bracelet. And then the next thing I check for when I'm looking, especially these fall down to the bottom of the box or bag, are little solitaire earrings. And I'll check them to see if they are magnetic first. And then I'll check to see if there's any marks on them. These two are marked 925. So it's probably, you know, a CZ or a crystal in there, some kind of Swarovski crystal or a CZ, like I say. This one, however, is marked 14K, and it actually says 14K CZ on it, so it's probably a CZ in there on that one. But I have a decision to make. I can either sell it solo or I can scrap the gold and take the gold out, throw it in my scrap bag. Same thing for these. I can put them in my silver scrap bag. Next, let's look at the rings that were in the box. First up is this enamel purple ring. This one is missing a stone, otherwise I would sell it. It's adjustable. Some people like adjustable rings because their fingers swell throughout the day and they can get a good, they can change the size of it if they need to. It's really pretty other than that, so this will go to a lot. This one, I think I'll probably just put it in a lot as well. This is a, you know, it's a fake turquoise, not real. And I don't know, I mean, it looks like it might be vintage, so I'm not sure. Yeah, I'll probably just put this in a lot as well. Part of the metal's a bit scratchy back here. Now, I wanted to take a look at these two. This one looks like, you know, a wedding, part of a wedding set. However, they make fakey ones of these, and so I wanted to see what this one is made of. It's not magnetic, and I do see a stamp back here. It is stamped 925, so I will probably pull out my testing kit to test that. And I'll test these stones too. I mean, sometimes they put diamonds in, but chances are likely that this is not diamond set into silver. And then this ring appears to be missing the stone from it. Let's hit it with the magnet. Not magnetic, but let's see if we see any marks inside. The stamp inside this one says 18K, which I don't see a whole lot of. I see a lot more 14K. That's really cool if it is 18K. So I'll test this one out, and then it will likely go into my gold scrap because it doesn't have a stone in it. I'm not sure exactly what's supposed to be in there. Next little bunch of smalls we're going to talk about from the lot. I've got this bracelet. This is a bracelet I will sell. It's got this pink rose quartz in it. The stretch is really good. So that's just a nice little piece that we'll sell. Next up are a nice little pair of cufflinks. They are marked with a brand that I am not familiar with. It looks like Legion, L''AIGION. I'm gonna have to look that up. These look like nice little cufflinks right here. This little pendant caught my eye. The reason that it caught my eye is that the front just kind of looks like ho-hum, but then the back of it has this little hidden locket. So let's see if anybody's home. Nobody's home on that one. I have not seen anything like this, so I might actually try to list it because someone might have seen something like this and be looking for some little locket that they used to have a long time ago. Then I have this really nice cameo. It appears to have all the stones. It is carved hematite. Really pretty piece. It's not super old. You can tell by the clasp here. This can be worn as a pendant or it can be worn as a pin. But I still think I can get a nice profit here. If you're interested in learning more about cameos, I'm going to link a video I'd made up here that talks about all the different types of cameos and how to tell their age. This is one that we saw when we were doing first impressions from the bag. It's really, really pretty. It's got this onyx oval. It kind of looks like an eye, doesn't it? It's really cool. There's a stone set in there. I'm interested to know what kind of stone that is. Let's see if it's magnetic. It feels like it's slightly magnetic because it kind of spun when I hit it. See how it's kind of spinning? So there's a slight magnetism to it. Let me see if I see any marks. I don't see any marks, so it's likely just a costume jewelry piece, but it's so nice. I mean, it's really, really well made. I mean, just see how the stone is set down into it. Definitely going to be able to sell that. There's this really cute cow brooch in here. This is pewter and the little legs move. Let's see if I can get you to see the little legs move on it. It is marked JJ, which is Jeanette Jewelry, which is a brand that people look for. So again, this is a piece that I will definitely sell. So in this lot, there were also some purse charms and some keychains. I personally like selling stuff like this because they're so easy. They may not sell for a ton of money, but I really enjoy selling them. So this is a nice little locking keychain. Looks British just from, I can't look at it. It says polo on it, so it's not British. Okay, my eyes aren't what they used to be, y'all. But it's one of these locking style keychains, and this is something that people like to buy. So there's this one, there's one that's got Alaska with, I'm guessing, the Alaska state flower, the Eiffel Tower. This one has a little elephant and an M. And the cutest thing about this, though, is like it's got an M, which is my initial. It's got an emerald colored stone, which is my birthstone, and a little lucky elephant. So, maybe it's a catch and release. And then this 2000 one, you might think, oh, nobody's going to want that. But maybe somebody who was born in 2000, they're turning 23. Oh, gosh, how is that possible? They're turning 23 this year, and they might want a keychain from their birth year. How is that possible, y'all? Okay. And then finally, this is a Coach purse charm. So it's got a couple of little hooks on it. It's got the pink ring and it's got the C for the Coach emblem. I'll have to price this and see what this one's worth. But you can see it still even has the plastic on this Coach C. So it is in really nice shape. The next piece is this beautiful coral necklace. I'm going to have to look and see because I know that they were trying to implement some restrictions on coral, but I don't know what they are or if they've implemented them yet. So this is a really beautiful coral necklace that I will sell if I can. This blue bead necklace, this is one of those again that I have to stop. I normally would just say I'm going to go throw this in a lot, but it might be something I sell. There's a hang tag that says R on it. I'm going to go with my gut and put it in a lot. Next up is this rhinestone necklace. It looks like it's going to be a choker style. Really pretty. It isn't missing any stones and it's in really, really, really nice shape. So this is definitely something I know will sell. This was another one that we saw when we were doing our first impressions. These beads are cool. It looks like it's silver with this like green patina put in there. I know there's a name for that, but I can't think of what it's called. Oh, all right, I have to do some research on this one too, but it's a really cool necklace. I love it. All right, now for this one. My gut on this one tells me it's not going to be ivory because of the chain. The chain feels really cheapy, but let's take a close look at it. The chain says Germany. All right, so that means probably gonna be old. Feeling this, it's kind of cold to the touch, but the texture of it doesn't necessarily look like ivory at all. It looks really like weird. I don't know. I feel like this is maybe some sort of bone. It's got all these weird pocks in it, like it's been bleached or something. I am curious about this. It's really important when you're selling jewelry to be able to tell the difference between ivory, bone, and celluloid because there are certain restrictions on selling bone and ivory, and it's really important to know and be able to distinguish what you've got. I'm going to link a video here so that you can do a deeper dive into telling the difference between bone and ivory and celluloid. This one definitely has me stumped. So I would love a comment from you if you know what this is. Leave me a comment and let me know because it is not ivory. It might be bone. It's not man-made. It's definitely super duper hard. I am at a loss on this one. I'd love to know from you what you think. If you'd like to watch more jewelry unboxings, I've linked this playlist here for you. And this is a video that YouTube thinks that you'll enjoy. Thanks so much for watching. And if you haven't yet, go over there and subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss out on any more content like this. I'll see you on the next one. Bye.